Okay, it's the day after Thanksgiving, 2010, and Linda is teaching me how to make peanut brittle.
Yes.
Here's Linda.
Yes, well, I've been making peanut brittle for, oh my goodness. Woo. Well, I don't know. I've at least maybe 35 years, I would say. You know, I've been doing this
Wow.
at Christmas time. And so I finally, since I live in California, so now I have to, I have to get peanut brittle and ready to send it. But the postage just got up so high, I just not going to mail candy anymore. So,
Makes sense to me.
So the one thing that we have that is a nice thing to do is you have to get your while your sugar is getting to the softball stage. So I've got
What all do you have in the pan right now?
sugar, 2 cups of sugar, and that's a nice level. Pour it in 2 cups, then half a cup of water, and 1 cup of white Karo syrup.
Great.
And then, so we want 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt here. So we can just use, usually what I use is another cup or something. And I put a little bit of salt. Actually, I kind of prefer to go ahead and put the teaspoon of soda because it calls for 3 teaspoons. So I'll just go ahead and get that right here in this little cup because at the end you need it quickly. So that's why you make it up now.
Okay.
So there's 2, and
Is that what makes it airy?
makes it real airy and
Fluffy.
kind of bubbly, and it's easy to chew that way. And then you can also put your salt in at the time. It's supposed to be 1/4 of a teaspoon. So just go ahead and get a little bit of the 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt in there. Whoops. And you don't want to run it over like I just did. So. Okay, well that's close enough. And then you want your butter, and you want 2 teaspoons of butter. And honestly, I use a little bit more than what it calls for because you just want 2 teaspoons. So I use maybe just a little bit more. In the meantime, I'm checking to see if everything's nice and greased. Did you run your little finger around that little? Oh,
Yes.
you did?
Yes, I did.
Very good.
I greased her up.
Okay, that's good.
You can never have too much butter.
This is so true. They've got you in there.
That would be my daddy doing video in the background.
So, usually I put a little more butter than it's called for.
Okay.
It's supposed to be 3 teaspoons. I usually end up using, okay, I'm going to put this over here in this thing, which is almost too much butter. But anyway, and then I want to put the vanilla in there too, because it only calls for 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
And the best is to get Mexican vanilla if you can.
Mhm.
But otherwise, they do have this here, which is probably really good imitation vanilla extract.
Cool. If you're using Mexican, how much do you use?
Well, I still use the same amount.
Do you really?
It's a teaspoon.
Okay. I always heard you only use half if it's Mexican.
Well, did you taste that peanut brittle? You really didn't taste it, did you?
The espresso peanut brittle?
Oh, yeah, the espresso.
Yeah.
Did you think it was too vanilla?
I couldn't tell.
So that's why I'm going to go ahead. Yes?
I'm doing a television show, Daddy. I'll talk to you later.
So this is beginning to boil now, good. Now, you could,
Oh, I see. Is it too hot?
no, it's supposed to start boiling like this.
Okay.
And then, actually this will get clear and you'll be able to tell that it's going to be the thick color, the thick consistency that you want.
Okay.
So right now I'm going to go ahead and put the vanilla in with the butter. So you have salt, vanilla, butter, and soda. Butter, soda, vanilla, and salt. Okay. Oh, okay. What is Charlene doing in there? Oh, look, she's got her hair on from last night.
We'll share that with our viewers later.
Yes, and as you see, this is just boiling, and you can look at it and see that it's just clear.
It's very clear.
And see how runny it is.
Oh, it sure is. It's like water.
Yes, so you just let this cook.
How long?
Well, you just have to keep an eye on it, and you just let this boil. Every once in a while, you run over and stir it and kind of get an idea of what it's doing by just looking at it.
But you don't think we need to turn it down any?
No.
Okay.
No. Which is a good idea. Okay. It says here, and remove from the pan, and have. This is what we do at the very end. Have ready vanilla, butter, and soda. Add all at once. And stir just long enough to mix. Pour quickly on a cookie sheet and let it spread itself. The bubbles will break if it is spread with a spoon.
Oh.
Well, I don't know this lady. Okay. So anyway, we just kind of stir this. Now we've got our soda and salt and our vanilla and our butter, and all of this is going to go in. But right now we're just cooking this. A lot of times I've read recipes where you can go ahead and throw the salt in when you put the peanuts in and cook it that way. So you can always do it that way. Doesn't matter if the salt's in there or not. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean up the little mess here. And while that's working on getting that over there.
So it just boils away.
So we can stop for a minute. We'll turn it off a little bit. Can you go back to it? Okay. As you can see, it's you can always bring it up in your spoon and sort of rock it back and forth and kind of cool it down a little bit. And then you want it to start pouring this out. Well, as you can see, it's just running. It's not thickening at all. It has barely, but see that? It's very, very slow. But you want a long string, or else you want it in the water.
Oh, okay.
So at this moment, I'm going to go ahead and seal up this sugar. And so you could take this sugar and that syrup and the nuts, and then you'll have batter and whatever. But we could put this right over here so that you could remember sugar and the caramel syrup. That's the main thing. And then your nuts, and we've already got those.
Where's our nuts right now?
I think they're over there in that cabinet.
Oh, okay.
Truthfully.
In the bottom, in the middle of the cabinet, in the bottom.
That's Dawn, our stagehand. She's in the living room.
Oh, yes. And here's the butter. Okay. So this is washed, and this is washed. And this can go right back down here in the cabinet because we have everything measured already. Measured. And you don't get me speaking on there, do you? You do? No, I'm not talking.
I get everything.
Okay. And so this, we'll just put these scissors up and where this is.
Meanwhile, boil, 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 and boil.
It looks like I made a little splattered mess. So you can see how simple this is. However, it would be nice to get the peanuts ready to go in, wouldn't it?
Yes. So, Does it go quickly from one stage to another where it could ruin?
Well, yes, that's why it's best just to hang over it.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
I mean, be close, and you can go ahead and be doing your butter if you don't have that done and stuff. It's almost there. It's getting kind of stringy. Now, I will get the little to measure it in the water so you can see that too.
Okay.
Look at all these nuts. Oh yeah, what she did, she put them in here and in here, so we can leave this for them for whatever. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was I going to do?
The cameraman falls down. Of course.
So, this is a cup, isn't it? Doesn't tell me it's a cup. One cup. Okay, let's see if we can't get the two over here. And so I'll just go ahead and add them over here to,
About a quarter cup of lemon juice.
and I always make them.
The lemon juice is being said on TV. It's not part of the recipe. Just for our viewers' information.
And normally, what you can do is,
And if you want to spice it up a little bit, here's
I'm
some
gonna go ahead and put
fresh
this
red
in the
pepper.
bowl. And now, see, I made this a little full, but since you're not that crazy about nuts, and you just
Soy sauce.
put the 2 cups in this bowl.
2 cups of peanuts.
Ingredient which you must have, 2 cans of now mix up all
Hey, Donna.
ingredients and pour over your brown fish. You don't need to cover this.
Can you go down a little bit?
You see those shrimp turn orange?
Hmm.
We are done.
I'll put the peanuts right over here so you can remember to take those in the bowl. Okay, and this looks like it might be about ready. And see that the way this is boiling, it's cooking right. You want to.
I wonder if you could just turn the volume down a little bit was all. For just a few more minutes. You have to go viral.
Did you put vanilla in it?
Yep. No, well, we will be. It's waiting.
I was just going to show you
Oh, yes.
how this. You can see how it's kind of stringing it. You see that stringing a little bit.
Oh, how it comes off and leaves a string.
Let's see when it spins a thread.
Oh, yeah. All the way from top to
No,
bottom.
actually, you really want it to spin a thread. See that? That thread? Which are really, you can always put just a tad more in there to get a ball. But then you just put it in your water, and then you can see how it's setting up into a little ball.
Oh,
See that?
yeah.
It's just
Is that what
setting
you want?
up. Yeah, that, or this, the one that does that, we also get the thread spinner. It didn't get real hard, but that's okay.
It's not threading enough yet.
You don't think so? Well, let me do this one more time and see. This is about. And so then when you take it out, you take about a little bit out of the spoon, you know, and kind of bring it up here and rock it just so you can cool it a little bit. And you can see it spinning from there, and it's beginning to see. It's beginning to thread. Well, let me.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Is it
That
spinning?
tiny little thread. Where's the spin
There.
coming?
See it?
Oh, that? Yep. Okay, I got it.
And see how it just floats around? Watch this.
Like a spider web that flies?
Yeah, you can see it right. Wait a minute. I'm surprised it's not spinning thread. Oh, see it here? Threading.
Oh, yeah. I
Is it
don't know if
pretty thin?
it'll show on.
And it's usually a long
There it is.
little spin. Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean we're ready?
Yes. And so at this point, all you have to do is put your peanuts in. Now, I've already got the peanuts over here, and that's 2 cups of peanuts. Oh, no, sorry, that's 1 cup. Here's the second cup right here. Thought, well, that didn't look like enough. And you pour it in here, and then you start stirring it around real good. And eventually, you just kind of stir, and it'll eventually just break up. You'll see. And so, but if I had not put salt ready, then you could put your 4th teaspoon in here with your peanuts, which is not a bad idea because it kind of salts the peanuts more. Anyway, so this is just going. Now this we don't have to stir like everybody said. Oh, stir. Well, you do want to stir. You just want to keep your eye out on your nuts and everything to make sure that that you stir it from time to time so it won't stick on the bottom. And so here we have everything's ready, everything's done already. And the only thing we'll be doing after a while is when this gets brown enough, when the whole syrup thing gets brown enough, it's all you have to do is just stir it. And then pretty soon we'll put these 4 items in there.
What makes it brown?
The fire starts browning the peanuts,
Oh.
and you'll be able to tell after a while. And I don't know why, the other day I cooked it kind of slow. Actually, it's all right because your nuts have get a crispier. Because when you cook it too fast, sometimes. So actually now we're going to be, well, in a turning stage, unless you have that turned off so that you can turn it back on. Because this is going to take a little while for it to, well, I don't know, it might take 5 minutes,
Oh.
maybe not.
So we'll take a commercial break for our sponsors.
Okay. Yes.
And now a word from our sponsor. Like my pants. Bob. This is how not to burn yourself when the peanut brittle's cooking.
Now push it.
Oh, back to
Oh,
the
we
show.
can't put that on TV, can we? Your dad needs to get that.
Now I want you to see, if you'll just look here, you can see those little white things, they're kind of cracking because they're cooking. The bean, what is it? Like peanuts. Whatever it is I'm cooking. And then you just,
Hey, you're gonna have to do it again, Charlene.
now look how because I did turn this up to a 6. You know, the 6 it was on 5, but I
Okay.
did turn up to a 6 a little. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I can't do it till this is made.
We were dancing a while ago.
I can't read lips.
This is some valuable airtime. How are we doing on our candy making?
Oh, well, it's doing real good. It is cooking nicely. And you can see the little peanuts breaking open a little bit because they're cooking really good. And we're going to cook this till it gets browner. And it's not even brown yet. But we are working on it. And then we did this little dance a while ago. Are we going to do a dance?
Not right now, no. We're making some peanut brittle.
She's gotta wait till this candy's in a different form.
Depends on what color you want your peanut brittle.
I don't eat peanut butter.
Oh, okay,
You're
whatever.
going to love this one.
Yummy.
Isn't that good?
Looks like it could burn you.
Oh, it's so hot. must always remember.
This is our safety message.
Ah, it is. You always, always, always have to be very careful when you're cooking peanut brittle. I mean, you don't want to have shorts on or anything like that. That's why it's a winter thing. You just don't want to mess it up. And then pretty soon it will get where we get to add the butter and the soda and everything. Stir just to make sure everything's coated. And we're going to pour it in that all buttered pan. And let it set till it gets cool. And then we'll pick it up and twist it and have a, yeah, that's going to be wonderful. And we'll just kind of twist the pan. But right now we got to get, if you'll look here, actually, it's beginning to turn a little brown now. Can you see how it's turning already? See?
Yes.
But we're not through yet, but
How many batches do you usually make when you make a bunch?
it's, well, right now I just usually make one for family because it makes a whole thing full.
Yeah. When you've done gifts, how many batches? How many batches is the most that you've ever made?
Oh, I don't know. Back in the 1970s, maybe the beginning 80s, it could have been still in the 70s. And my husband decided he wanted me to start making peanut brittle for all of his customers.
Oh.
And they're car people, parts. And oh my gosh. There I was, cooking peanut brittle, and it was difficult. And they all got about a fourth of one apiece, because that's still a good amount. But
Yeah.
he informed me they want more. They want more. Yeah. I didn't want to just keep doing that.
Who taught you how to make it?
Well, I used to have a mother-in-law. She came to my house. First time she's ever met my mother, and she brings everything to make peanut brittle. So she stands at our house in our kitchen and makes this peanut brittle. So I thought from then on, okay, I think I'll just have to do that because that. So I eventually started doing it too, just because she made it so good, right? Now, as you can see, the peanuts are getting brown, see?
Yeah, I do see the difference.
And I don't know if, actually, I would like it just a little bit browner.
Do you still get a thread?
We'll see.
I see one kind of. Yep. There it goes. This is probably the tricky stage.
Yeah, it won't be long. Now, see, I'm not used to this electric stove, and actually, I think it's cooking just a little too fast, probably, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see. You see the color of brown?
Yeah.
It's brown.
Looks like pinto beans.
I know. And everything, and see, that's the other thing is the peas are nice and brown, so I think,
Well, that would be the nuts, actually.
yeah, but I sometimes wonder because, oh, well, okay, I guess I better take it off. So I'm going to put it right over here, off of that fire, turn the fire off, and then I'm going to add my butter and vanilla.
Does it splatter?
And I'll put that in there.
It smells good.
And then this is the soda and the salt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start stirring it up.
Holy moly. So the chemistry comes in.
And this is the chemistry. And you just stir it and let it foam. And it's got a good color to it. It's very nice. So we're going to go over here and pour it out over here.
That's all the stirring?
That's all the stirring. And you want to always be very, 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 very careful because it's hot and you don't want it to burn, get on your body because you'll be sorry. gorgeous, doesn't it?
Sure does. Pretty color.
It's really a simple thing to make, and that's why I used to make maybe 4 of them in the evening or something. You used to get tired. Isn't that wonderful?
You probably get tired of stirring.
You just get tired of everything, actually. Does it look good to you?
Don't want to drop the phone.
So you come over and you just want to add cold water to your pan, and you just let you just add cold water to it. You don't want to do it too quickly. You're going to kind of let it cool a little bit while you do it, and then just put water in here, and you'll be surprised how that it will all melt here. And we'll kind of let it set a little bit, and it'll break up quickly.
Okay. Do you want to come over and tell us what happens next?
Well, because it'll take a while.
Okay, we'll take another commercial break.
Yeah, commercial. Well, as you can see, we can turn this upside down and it should fall out, but it won't set. Sometimes it will. But it depends on how much butter was on there, but you just push on it and look what happened.
Amazing. How long has it been sitting?
Well, actually, it's been sitting, I guess, about 35 minutes since we've been watching football, you know. But look here, isn't this wonderful? Taste this, hon, and see what you think.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Is that wonderful?
Mmm.
You gotta try one of these.
It's delicious. Mmm.
Yeah.
I'll bring a couple inches here in a minute.
You want some peanuts?
No, thank you.
I'm gonna wait till she's through filming and then I'll get some.
Oh, anyway. You want peanuts? You want lettuce? Can you tell how good this is, Miss Janie?
That's delicious. So you break it up. Now you just break it up?
Now you do. You just break this up. Right like this. Actually, what we need to do is break it up into here so we have a pan. It makes a lot less mess. Well, look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah. It just breaks up so beautiful. And when you've cooked it right and everything, it's not too dark. Let me taste it and see. Is it good?
It is delicious. That would be Daddy cussing about the football game because OSU's getting their butt spanked. Thank you very much. This could get ugly, folks.
You did a good job of buttering this pan.
So we shall wrap up today's cooking show. Do you have any messages?
Who has a message?
Do you have any messages as you close the show today?
I really thank you for watching us make peanut brittle. As you can see, it's very easy to do, and it's just a lot of fun. Everybody loves it. You just practice, and you will have it down pat. And you just kind of make it as brown as you want, or a little bit lighter. And here we go, just breaking it up. It's perfect. And Charlene's aunt, by the way, and I've been wanting to let her know this is how we make peanut brittle, so I don't have to mail anymore. She's going to do it for everybody. That's
Oh,
my
Lord. We're going to scratch that part.
Oh,
I can delete it, edit it. All right, well, until next time when we learn how to crochet an Afghan.